So I'm going to take you through just a very simple gymnastics warm-up for pulling. I would start off with like a little bit of shoulder mobility, just sort of a general upper body warm-up. Then I would go into some hollow and arch work. So it's going to drill good positioning for like your newer athletes, and it's also just going to warm up your more advanced athletes. So I'd really focus on like the lying flat on your floor, feet together, knees together, squeeze the legs, compact down your hips and your rib cage. I want you to like talk about that a lot because then you're going to use that cue when people jump up onto the bar. So a couple of different ones you can start off with is just a scat pull-up. So I'd go 8 to 10 scat pull-ups. You can also do a pause, which I quite like doing at the moment, is pause at the top, pause for 3, 2, 1. And have everyone going at the same time, and that gives you a chance to sort of see if any athletes are going into a hollow press down like that, or whether they are actually doing that scat pull-up movement. That's a really common thing that I see. Then you can get athletes to jump up and just go whole class at the same time, dead hang, arch, hollow position, dead hang, arch, dead hang, arch. Talk them through that. It's a chance for you to get people's knees and feet together. It's a chance for you to correct any bending of the knees as well when they are in their arch, and it's another chance for you to correct any hollow holds that look a little bit like this. So I get people to see the difference between that and then that, where I'm pushing my belly button back. I'm getting that rounded shape in my shoulders, which is why it's good to have done the scat pull-ups, because you're getting them to move their shoulder blades and then you want them to press their shoulder blades apart. I see a lot of just flat backs with legs up, which is not what we want to look for. So don't be afraid to give tactile cues at that point when you're shouting dead hang, hollow, dead hang, hollow. Be like, more here, and really get those like top athletes to work like as hard as they can. So I don't want you to just rush through these stages of this pulling warm up too quickly. I want you to like do it a few times, do each movement like a couple of sets, have in your lesson plan like how long you can take on that. So once you've done the dead hang, hollow, dead hang, arch, dead hang, hollow, dead hang, hollow, dead hang, arch again, a few of that, then I'm going to get people to do a super small beat swing, and all they're focusing on is compacting down rib cage and hips, extending, compact, extend, compact, extend. So I don't want them to think about their legs at all. Their legs are just squeezed for tension. I don't want you to think about your upper body at all. So it'll look like this. And it's a real small kip swing, and if people have strong abs, they'll just be able to do it a little bit quicker and rather a little bit bigger. Once everyone's jumped up and done that, I would probably get them to do a like bigger kip swing. They're now focusing on their press down. If you are doing then toes to bar, that's when you can start to go into your like slightly bigger. I want you to hit your back to here. I want you to hit your chest to here. Bigger kip swings while keeping that solid shape. And then you can get people to stick in those pairs, get them to kick their hand, kick their hand, kick their hand. Get top athletes to go straight legged. A lot of our top athletes will go bent knees, which is fine, but that's just a way to make them like work harder in the warm up. Obviously more beginner athletes are probably only going to kick to here, which is also fine. If you're then going into pull-ups, this is then where I would get people to go hip hop. So a couple of kip swings with hip hops. A lot of really strong athletes that can do bar muscle ups still lack hip hop, so it's good for them to work on that, as well as beginner athletes then just working on hip hop for the first time. Then I would go partial pull up, which is really going to warm up biceps if people are doing butterfly pull ups. So please explain that people aren't like, I can do kip and pull ups, I don't need to do this. It's really hard to control. It's also going to show an athlete that doesn't keep a hollow at the top, they're not going to be able to hold this position. So I'm going to demo one where I don't keep a good hollow, what happens, and then I'll demo one set where I do keep a good hollow. So if I don't have a hollow, it's going to be that. It's really hard to keep myself there. If you do keep a strong hollow, it'll look like this. So just a partial pull-up. And I just want athletes to go like eyebrow height, eye level height to the bar. Then you can do a few sets of full pull-ups. Of course, any of this like pull-up warm-up, if someone can't keep themselves on the bar, they can't do the next movement, grab a box and they'll just be doing the exact same with one foot on the box.